Hey there, I, Sam Valentino, Private Toon Detective, want to talk a little about this Gakko trend I'm seeing happen to Warner Brothers Animation's legacy properties, being co-produced in Japan, and as such, is in the cute, chibi design style. Firstly, had the Tom and Jerry Gokko anime shorts debut 3 years ago. Then a few months back, it was announced we were getting a Scooby-Doo Gokko series as well, as a series of shorts to be released online like the Tom and Jerry Gokko shorts, which makes sense because it was confirmed that anime-influenced Go-Go Mystery Machine television series it discussed about, that's mostly being produced by the American Warner Brothers Animation unit, is still in the pre-production stages. And now we've gotten an announcement for a Looney Tunes Gokko anime. Jeez, talk about Warner Brothers trying to keep them relevant, at least their Japanese division. But at least this isn't as bad as the Lunatics Unleashed disaster only 20 years ago. But of course, that was from when such action-adventure cartoons made up the majority of the American Warner Brothers Animation's output. Not so today, along with these Gakko shorts actually being co-produced at Warner Brothers' Japanese division. And as such, this is not going to actually replace the classic Looney Tunes. It's just a localization of it for another country, and yet another what-if take on the franchise. The way we've also kind of gotten this here in the States with Baby Looney Tunes, Lunatics Unleashed, the Looney Tunes show sitcom, Wabbit, aka New Looney Tunes, and Bugs Bunny Builders. Same with Tom and Jerry, along with how we've had some similar variable incarnations of Scooby-Doo from Warner Brothers Animation, where it's rebooted or reimagined in a different format or style, like the earlier, darker direct-to-video movies, What's New Scooby-Doo, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, the dark and violent Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated, the more lighthearted and comedic Be Cool Scooby-Doo, and of course Mindy Kaling's Velma adult party cartoon. But I'm not sure yet when Scooby-Doo Gokko will be released, as we don't have any previews or trailers from that yet. That image I showed earlier was just concept art by a fan. But again, from what I've seen, this is not meant to actually replace the classic cartoon properties, but a way to make it more appealing in Japan. I also remember how Cartoon Network's Powerpuff Girls got a Japanese anime spin-off in 2006, Powerpuff Girls Z from Toei Animation, making Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup more like Sailor Moon-esque Magic Girl Warriors and a semi-parody of that genre, the way the original American Powerpuff Girls was kind of a parody of the superhero genre. Yet it was never broadcast in the United States, despite an English dubbing produced by the Ocean Group in Canada. I also recall Wacky Races was becoming the most popular Hanna-Barbera property in Japan, with merchandise exclusive to there, and Warner Brothers even initially restoring the show in high definition from the original negatives for Japanese airings and releases. Though of course the restoration eventually made it here to the States with MeTV Tunes reruns and a Warner Archive Blu-ray release. Other than that, generally the big legacy Warner Bros. Cartoon properties weren't as popular in Japan, even if they got Japanese language dubs for airing there. So now Warner Bros. Japan has made Tom and Jerry Gokko, and we've got Looney Tunes Gokko and Scooby-Doo Gokko coming soon. Though not finding anything else about the Looney Tunes Gokko via the internet, I wouldn't be surprised if Fanworks and Studio Nanahoshi are also involved with these two upcoming shows. It definitely looks so with Looney Tunes Gokko, and that same style as the Tom and Jerry Gokko they've been working on. Of course, compared to maybe Lunatics Unleashed or Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue or the Velma series, as I said, this is an interesting localized take on these Warner-owned cartoon properties by the Japanese. Hope they still get pretty far, provided the Paramount Skydance buyout deal doesn't go through. And of course there are more and more legal hurdles that's facing. And now subscribers are filing a lawsuit at Paramount Skydance over the merger. Hopefully this brings it up another step closer to the deal not happening after all, and Warner Brothers Animation being saved. It's the suspense that gets me. Also, since Ted Turner died, I hope those Ellison crooks are going to take advantage of that. But anyways, I'm just letting you know again that Looney Tunes Gokko is just simply a Japanese localization of a Looney Tunes franchise, like Tom and Jerry Gokko is and the upcoming Scooby-Doo Gokko should be. And they'll just be a series of shorts distributed online and also likely appearing on Cartoon Network Japan in between shows. I hope this clears things up for you guys out there. And so keep watching this channel to hear more of my debunking or findings or whatever my other two friends here have to share.
Wow.